Hello everyone, I'm Milo Fortunato and today we'll be presenting our heuristic evaluation of Craigslist based on Jacob Nielsen's usability principles. Our goal was to identify key usability issues and offer practical suggestions to improve the user experience. We evaluated Craigslist using 4 of Nielsen's 10 usability heuristics, and during our analysis, we found several major usability issues, including poor design, difficult navigation, unclear terminology, and limited access to help resources. We decided to compare Craigslist to other platforms like Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp to highlight how competitors address similar challenges more effectively. And then lastly, we proposed clear and actionable solutions aimed at improving usability and overall user satisfaction. Our evaluation was based on Jacob's 10 usability heuristics, but we focused on 4 key ones. 1. Aesthetic and minimalist design. To assess how clean and focused the interface is. 2. Consistency and standards. To check if Craigslist follows familiar patterns and conventions. Number 3. Match between system and the real world. To see if the language and flow make sense to everyday users. And 4. Help and documentation. To evaluate how easily users can find support when needed. These heuristics help us identify clear weaknesses and guided our improvement recommendation.
The first heuristic we use for our report is the aesthetic and minimalist design heuristic. Using this evaluator, we have discovered a few problems concerning the user interface and design of the Craigslist website. One issue we have found is that the website still uses the same outdated design that it was created with in 1995. The front page is a basic white page with a map at the top. The main page is completely cluttered with a long list of overused blue links that are used to navigate the website. This is a usability issue, as the clutter presented on the main page can make it difficult for users to find the link they need. As you can see here, the main page is too minimalistic with almost no visual appeal to keep the user interested in continuing to use the website in the future. The categories page here contains the same style of using cluttered blue links to navigate the website and fill out the page. When compared to other websites like OfferUp here, you can see that the other websites contain improved user interface designs and significantly less clutter. The next heuristic is consistency and standards. We have found that Craigslist contains inconsistent designs across certain pages of their website. For example, you can see here that the discussion forums page contains a different layout from the main page and categories page of Craigslist, which can cause confusion in users seeing a different layout. The navigation is also inconsistent. On the main page, there's a map that people can use to select their region, but it does not appear on the rest of the website. Compared to Facebook Marketplace, you can see here that the layout remains constant throughout every page. The third heuristic is match between the system and the real world. We have discovered that the Craigslist website uses unclear terminology. For example, this is the region selection page for South Florida. These abbreviations here are used to represent smaller counties that a user can select, like Miami-Dade County for MDC. But these can be confusing to users who do not know what the abbreviations are supposed to mean. There's also vague terminology used, such as gigs and jobs on the categories page. These two have similar meanings, so users can get confused on which one they are supposed to post their listings to, as seen here. The final heuristic used is help and documentation. Craigslist hides the help resources page all the way at the bottom of the page, making it difficult for users to access these resources and receive aid for navigating the website. The website also does not provide proper context when navigating the different pages, assuming that the user already knows how to use the services that Craigslist provides. On OfferUp, the help page is located in the top right corner for easy access and is always visible to users. The Facebook Marketplace main menu here is properly labeled, providing adequate context for users to navigate the page without needing a help page.
Hello everyone, my name is Antonio Mendoza and I'll be walking you through the user feedback we gathered, as well as the heuristic-based solutions we're recommending to improve Craigslist's interface. When we asked users about the experience on Craigslist, the responses were consistent. The interface feels outdated, the navigation is clunky, and overall trust in the site is low. Many users even stated a preference for modern platforms such as Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp, which do feel intuitive and polished. These issues directly align with 4 key usability heuristics from Jacob Nielsen's framework. First being the aesthetic and minimalist design, second being consistency and standards, third being match between system and the real world, and the last, and help and documentation. Our solutions were created to target these areas and modernize Craigslist without losing its core functionality. Moving to the first solution, visual redesign. For visual redesign, we recommend adopting modern UI elements, such as cards, intuitive icons, and whitespace, to reduce clutter and making browsing easier. Group-related categories and incorporating color will also increase visual clarity and improve engagement. Moving on to navigation and terminology. To fix navigation and terminology issues, we propose a unified header, or sidebar, for a more predictable experience across pages. Confusing aberrations like MDC or COO should be replaced with full words or explained via tooltips. Clear everyday language helps users post and search confidently. Lastly, we move on to help and documentation. For help and documentation, we suggest moving the help link to the top of the page where it's visible, and adding basic onboarding such as a tutorial, FAQs, and a glossary to guide new users. A searchable help section would empower users to solve problems on their own. These changes aren't just appearance-wise. They're rooted in real user concerns and usability practices. Craigslist has stayed the same for years, and the internet hasn't. With some straightforward updates, it can feel more modern while still keeping what makes it useful. These are some examples of sample redesigning using Michelle Kwong's sample redesign of Craigslist categories and listings page. Thank you for listening to our presentation.